I am now officially the dancing queen, young and sweet, only 17, and quite frankly, I won't answer to anything else. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you are returning. My name is Maya, and today we're going to go over a few of the books that I received for my 17th birthday. Books are my favorite thing ever, thus, that's primarily what I ask for when my birthdays roll around. It used to be Barnes & Noble gift cards. Now, thanks to Goodreads, I'm better at labeling specific books I'm interested in, and I'm really excited to show you the 5 books I received. The first is Take a Hint, Dani Brown by Talia Hepert. I'm so excited for this because I recently finished Talia Hepert's novel, Get a Life, Chloe Brown. It was really cute. I really loved the characters. The representation was awesome. The writing was funny. It was a little bit, smutty, which isn't my favorite thing in the world, but totally fine. You know, I can handle it. And I've heard that this book actually is a little bit better from some of my friends here on BookTube, so I'm really excited. So Dani Brown is not looking for romance. In fact, it says that she has been there, done that, burned the t-shirt. Dani is rescued by a security guard named Zafir during a fire drill at her workplace gone wrong, and they pretty much end up in a whirlwind romance. I think it actually starts out as a fake romance, which happens to be a trope that I typically like, so I'm really looking forward to this one. It's a decent length, so it'll hopefully get me through finals and moving season. My typical thing is I don't really buy books unless I absolutely know I want them or I've read them before and think that I need them for my own library. So this is one I listened to on Libby through my library. It was an audiobook and I'm so excited to have it. It is called The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Kaloun. This book follows a social worker for magical children named Linus, and he's sent to this house in the Cerulean Sea to inspect it to make sure it's running properly and is a safe and loving place for young magical children to be growing up. However, Linus grows really close to the children of the orphanage and the people who run it, and this is really a book about chosen family and love and joy, and that no human is inherently bad. It's a really, really happy book. It's really happy. It made me very joyful, and it's been one of my favorite books of 2020 thus far. I have Kat from Paperback Dreams to thank for this one because she has mentioned it so many times, but I also received Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. I think this is a coming-of-age novel, but I could be absolutely wrong. You know what? The reason I think it is, apart from the fact that I've been told it is because it's a street at night, and I associate that with, like, Perks of Being a Wallflower, you know? So that's just classic coming-of-age stuff right there. This book is centered around a podcast, which I think is called Radio Silence. Our main character is a girl who really loves the podcast and does a lot of fan art for it, and our other main character is the boy who created Radio Silence. Eventually they end up collaborating with one another for the podcast. They become really good friends, and I don't know what else happens. I'll have to find out. Again, I do think this cover is just really pretty, and I'm really excited for this one. It's been hyped up so much to me, and I cannot find Alice Oseman's stuff at my library. I don't know what it is, so yippee! This one is from my friend Jenna. Thank you, Jenna. You're wonderful. Austin, you too. My friend Austin got me one of those candle things that aren't a candle where it warms up and then you put wax melts on it. Doesn't that sound fabulous and a lot more safe? So thank you to the two of you. But this one's from Jenna, and it is called The Movie Book, Big Ideas Simply Explained. On the cover here we have movies like Boyhood, which is the one where I think they followed a young actor for like 10 years. Some Like It Hot. I think that's Marilyn Monroe. It's a Wonderful Life. We've got Pulp Fiction, Wizard of Oz. We've got Bonnie and Clyde. On the back here we have Amelie. Just so many fantastic movies are talked about in this book. Essentially it gives like a summary of books, and it talks about their cultural significance in the history of films they might have been impacted by or impacted in the future, and I'm so excited for it. For those of you who are relatively new to my channel, I love movies and I love film, and I want to be a film director or editor or screenwriter or cinematographer after high school. So this meant a lot to me because, you know, it's silver, it shines. How much better could it get? I will tell you how much better it can get with our final book today, which is Personal Finance in Your 20s and 30s for Dummies. This one is courtesy of my dad. primarily, although it's from him and my mom and my sister. I am really interested in finance, not because I actually find it to be a deeply intriguing topic, but because I do plan on going into an industry where it's likely I will make little to no money for a really long time. I've been really interested in saving and investing since I was pretty little. We did a stock market simulation in my 5th grade class. I knew it was for me. I ended up opening a Roth IRA. I didn't spend money at all really until I started BookTube. And I guess spending money for BookTube has been both a blessing and a curse, because on one hand, I've learned what I like to spend my money on and affordable ways to do so, while also supporting causes I believe in, such as the environment. I want to make sure that I leave as little of a carbon footprint as possible. It's also not been so great because I do feel that a lot of the purchases I have made, primarily due to BookTube, aren't necessarily ones that I would have made without it. And I think that that's just part of BookTube, the consumerist nature of it, and I think that's something I definitely want to combat within myself. This isn't going to be like a pleasure read, but I'm really looking forward to diving into it and learning some new stuff because it's important. This is real life, folks. Like it or not. Those are all of the books I received for my 17th birthday, but I thought really quick I'll go grab some of the bookish items I received that are not books. I am a pretty big fan of candles, not floral ones, don't like those, but like autumnal, Christmassy ones. Those make me feel happy and cozy. What the heck is this hair? And my dear friend Lily got me a pumpkin spiced cider candle. It's really big, it's kind of cool. It doesn't really have any dyes, so the orange just comes from the glass, the jar. It's very cute art on it. It smells lovely. And it makes me happy. So thank you, Lily and family. And then my friend Austin got me, as I mentioned previously, the candle melter wax thing, you know, you plug it in, that thing, and he got me a few wax melts to go with it. And this is what I'm really excited to try as soon as we move. It is called Frozen Mint and Bergamot. I associate bergamot with Earl Grey tea, which is one of my favorite teas, so I'm very excited. And then Jenna of the movie book also got me a couple of really fun magnetic bookmarks, and I love them so much. They're these, they look like kind of vintagey, and they say stop and smell the lavender, and there's a bee, which is so adorable. And I love magnetic bookmarks because then when you're running around from class to class, your bookmark doesn't fall out and you know where you are and you can continue the story as though you'd never left it. It's definitely been a strange coming of age given COVID-19, but I've enjoyed it. We've figured it out, and you work within what you got, and I think we've done that, and I'm just really grateful for everyone in my life. And I'm excited to see where they go. I'm excited to see where I go. And I'm just excited to see what the future holds. On that overly sentimental mark, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all again on Saturday.